It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Commanders. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball teed up, Austin Seibert out for the kick. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And then brought out by the second rounder who's been climbing the leaderboard since 2014 at Fresno State, Derek Carr.
One thing you can always trust about Carr is to give you a lot of games and a whole lot of numbers as a starter each and every season. He's just got a lightning quick release. I love watching him throw a football, but he's not gotten a lot of chances at postseason moments. In time, the time is not on his side.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Carr gonna open with a pass here. He's got Shaheed. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Carr off the play fake. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. That's caught by Chris Olave. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 3 now. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down. Carr here from the gun. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Mickey kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating an offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
Trying again following the sack. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
Somebody's figured out this offense pretty quickly, it seems. 2 sacks on the first 2 plays. If he can somehow hit the trifecta, he's going to single-handedly erase this entire opening drive.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. It's caught. Eckler.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
On 4th down, it's the veteran Tress Way who's out for the punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Saints will get set to take over. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Taken in by Shaheed. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Carr. Completes this one to Hill. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down, ball at the 36. A tight end in motion now. Carr with it on first. And a man is there to knock that away.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Counter give to Kamara. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Carr now on first and 10. Kamara's got it. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. And it's the Saints looking at 2nd and 3. Carr. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have first and goal.
There's no question. The greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Throwing again, it's Carr. That's complete to Kamara. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
2nd and goal back to all the way up to the 14 here. Throwing it again here. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and goal. Here's Carr. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I believe the Saints got this one back. Yep, someone landed on top of that one. On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Mickey kick is good. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And they'll take over facing a 6-0 deficit. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's on the move. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Daniels. Looking slant route, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. To throw, Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Again, Daniels to the air. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. So at halftime, the Saints fighting to an advantage on the road. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Heward.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has really kept them in this game. Now it's time for this offense to start putting up some points. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Offense to the line for second down. Option give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it gives him a 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Rolling left, buying some time. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Daniels now. Has a man, it's Brown. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. Second and 3 now. Daniels back to throw. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Alontae Taylor making the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Daniels. He just throws this one away.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he'd love to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th downs instead.
Seibert's kick is up and good. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Saints come marching onto the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Carr here from the gun. That'll be caught. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Here's 2nd and 5. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Running back sent in motion. He'll have the first down and even more. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Carr setting to throw. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to the air. Carr. This is complete to Olave. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing on first down, it's Carr. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Third down, 1 yard to go. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Kamara now on first and 10. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Saints only up by a few. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Here's an important kick now for Blake Grupe. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Jukes one defender. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll run it with Robinson. Has the 1st and more past midfield. At the 20. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders find a way to tie it late. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The New Orleans offense set to go now. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. First and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They kick the running back in motion. Setting up to pass. This one's caught. It's Shaheed near the sideline. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Kamara's got it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on fourth down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, around to Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. Commanders breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Out for one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. This is why it's called a victory formation. He takes a knee and the seconds tick away towards a win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So big kick coming up for Austin Seibert. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal. So score this as a win for the Commanders. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.